Hi, Saul Klein at the Inman Connect event, San Francisco, 2018, here with Joanne Stevens, President of Women's Council of Realtors.
Yes, I am.
That's terrific. I can tell you, I joined the Women's Council in San Diego many, many years ago.
Great.
I was the first man that joined Women's Council. I don't think they ever got my application all the way to the national level at the time because all those things were, this is a long time ago.
Right.
But what I always found is Women's Council, best networkers around in the industry, get things done, best volunteers. So, Joanne, tell us a little bit about Women's Council, about yourself, about what you're doing, and maybe what you're doing here in San Francisco and Inman.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. Women's Council started 80 years ago. In fact, we're celebrating our 80th anniversary this year. That's hard to believe. But even as late as 1960, there were some associations in the country that did not allow women to be members of their association.
Really?
Yes. And so, we started on the platform of promoting women in real estate. That's how we began. Now we have evolved into something a little different in the sense that we see ourselves as advancing women in the real estate industry, but also in the communities they serve as well. So we constantly have, I don't want to say a turnover, but we have people coming into the organization, developing those leadership skills, and then hopefully using those skills to go on and maybe serve at their association level, maybe even the state level, and even NAR. So, in fact, our current president, Elizabeth Mendenhall, is a Women's Council, I guess you might say, graduate. She would think that, and she would tell you that a lot of the leadership skills that she developed over the years had a root in her membership with Women's Council.
So I would say then, and really you hit the nail on the head, is there's great leadership training and experience opportunities for everybody, but at Women's Council. And that's a great thing because the real estate industry is really about leadership. People don't think about this, man. Right. Realtors are really about leadership. You think about the job of help people find their home or helping them. That's about leadership.
Well, we're told by some of the association presidents around the country that when we have someone who's a committee chair or a vice chair and they're a Women's Council member, we know that they're going to come in knowing parliamentary procedures, how to run a meeting. They're going to do the job, and we don't have to train them. They're already trained. Yeah. So we hear that a lot around the country, and it's very gratifying because that is, after all, what we're all about.
Well, I've been a volunteer at the Real Estate Association for many years. I've been a member of lots of different committees, and I find that the Women's Council group most active, most engaging, friendly. If anybody is interested in expanding their opportunities in real estate, Women's Council is really a place they ought to look, I think.
Well, thank you. That is definitely the reputation that we want to foster and to maintain. And actually, a lot of our educational offerings that we're doing now are helping our members not only in that leadership direction, but even in building their business and how those leadership skills can translate into a more successful business for them.
Absolutely. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself, about your real estate career and plans that you have.
Well, my career spans 40 years. I'm actually celebrating 40 years this year in real estate.
Realtor Emeritus?
Yeah, that's what somebody said.
Yes, you got to apply for Realtor Emeritus.
I didn't realize we were quite there yet, but we are. So, like yourself, I've served in many capacities at local, state, national, and of course, a lot of my time has been with the Women's Council of Realtors. I've enjoyed this ride. This has just been kind of a living the dream, so to speak, this year. Yes. I told my group when we had our installation last November to buckle their seatbelts. They were going to be in for a wild ride, and I think we've been pretty true to our word on that, in that we've gotten a number of things done this year, and I think the membership is ignited. They're excited about it. They see that forward motion, and I think that's a positive thing for us. After this year, of course, I will be there to support my fellow
Past president?
Yes, I'll be the immediate past president. And so as they push me off the stage in November, which is always the joke, of course I will be there to support them. But again, my intention is to, now that I have more time, to get back involved in my local, my state, and NAR as well. So I'm actually running for the HAR Board of Directors, and that vote is coming up in about a week.
It's the Houston Association of Realtors?
Yes, Houston Association of Realtors, and so I'm hoping to be on their Board of Directors so that I can represent members across the city. I feel like I have this knowledge that I need to put it to good use, and if I can be an advocate for our members across the city of Houston, I'd love to do that.
Well, that's great. You know, the Houston Association is well known across the country. Bob Hale, the CEO, well known, very progressive thinking in the area of technology and bringing tools to realtors. So not only would that be something that would be very valuable to bring your talents to the members, I think it'd be fun to be in that environment with Bob and all the folks there in Houston.
Well, and I have a lot of people on the board of directors that I know already and have relationships with, so I think we would work well together. But you're right, even as I've traveled around the country as the national president for Women's Council, when they hear that I'm from Houston, I get a lot of questions about how do you raise so much money for the PAC, and how do you handle that many members, and people are, you know, our numbers on our membership alone are bigger than some states.
Yes.
And there's pros and cons that come with that.
Yeah.
There's certainly a lot of advantages to having that many members, but there's also challenges that we have to face as well.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Well, Joanne, congratulations on
Thank you.
Women's Council,
Thank
National
you so
President of the
much.
Women's Council of Realtors. Terrific, and good luck and congratulations and moving forward in Houston. And we're going to be following you.
I'll let you know how that
Let
comes
me
out.
know and keep us in mind. And as
I
you
will.
discover new things, because I know you will, please bring them back to us. We'd love to hear.
You bet. I would be happy to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.